Hello BookTube. Today for Tag Tuesday, I will be doing the Curiously Curated book tag. This tag was originally created by the Grape Jelly Library, and I was kindly shouted out and tagged in the version done by Booktimer with Ryan. So I'll have links to both Ryan's video and Grape Jelly Library's video in the show notes down below. Question number 1. What's in a name? If a book were to be written about your life, what would the title be? Regrets. Question number 2. Oops is a 4-letter word. Have any of your books fallen victim to tragedy? And what factor played a part in your book's demise? My answer to this question is inspired by Ryan's own answer. One of the books he showed has soy sauce stains on some of the pages. And he mentioned that they could be mistaken for blood stains. And I'm thinking, I don't know, because I've actually bled on a book before, and it's a bit darker and a bit redder than those stains were. So, the story. I was either a junior or a senior in high school when I was flipping through Mysterious Skin by Scott Heim. I read it. I'm pretty sure I'd already read the book and I was probably flipping through it because for some unknown reason I kind of liked the book when I was a teenager, and although a recent reread of it in 2020 makes me question why. I must have had terrible taste when I was a kid because, yeah, it's not very good. But anyway, so I was flipping through it and I was suffering from a pretty bad case of hay fever. I mean, it was pretty bad. My nose was basically a bloody spigot for a few days. And I bled on the book, which is perhaps maybe one of the only reasons why I still have it, because of those blood stains, because I'm not going to resell it or trade it in or donate it. If I do get rid of it, it will have to go into the dumpster, because there's really not much you can do about that, particularly given that it's been about 20 years. Actually, it has been 20 years. Anyway, I don't particularly want to think about how long it's been. But anyway, so let's move on to question number 3. Tell me about it, or tell me all about it. How do you personally feel about DNF'ing a book, and what effect, if any, does it have on you? So I am a healthy bailer, or DNF'er. So for this year, I have DNF'd or bailed on about 18 books. Now, I bail for a number of reasons. The book's boring me, or just not doing it for me, or there's something about the book that really ticks me off, or I'm having mental issues that make it incredibly difficult for me to carry on with the book. Now, sometimes those bails sit with me, plague me. And in those situations, I will do what I've come to call a bail redemption, where I will give a second or sometimes a third or a fourth look at a book. And sometimes I do successfully read the book. And sometimes I will really enjoy them. And sometimes I will not. And sometimes I have to go, give the book a few more looks if those bails continue to plague me. And sometimes I'm just perfectly okay. I've given you your 2 shots. I'm done with the book. I don't need to give us another reading attempt. Question number 4, the sound of silence. It is said that silence is golden. When reading a book, can you comprehensively read amongst the chaos and chatter, or do you require a hushed environment? So I'm actually perfectly okay reading in a noisy environment. In fact, my reading spot is in the living room, and my mom, who I take care of, has control of the TV. So she will watch TV or listen to Amazon Music if she's not herself reading, um, she's like doing a puzzle or something. So I'm pretty comfortable reading in a noisier environment. So I don't really need silence. Question number 5. It's all in the details. Choose 5 words that best describe your feelings towards book banning. So for this, I'm going to think what Grape Jelly Library is referring to is the legislative and political attempts to uh, ban books, usually featuring discussions or that racial issues, sexual issues, queer issues, gender issues are a part of the plot or subject of the book. And I think these book bans are really puritanical, un-American, um, misplaced, doomed, and infuriating. Question number 6. It's never too late. Name a book with a villain turned good guy. So for this, I'm going to go with Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto. Naruto is one of the most popular manga in the world. Manga are Japanese comics. And Naruto is about a young man named Naruto Uzumaki who starts the series as a student ninja in the Hidden Leaf Village. He dreams of becoming Hokage, the leader of the village, due to the fact that he is the town pariah. One of his closest friends is Sasuke Uchiha, who comes from a more prominent, initially he comes from a more prominent clan. There are things about Naruto's life and his background that comes later that puts them on a more equal social footing, but this is at the beginning of the series, and Sasuke desires revenge on a certain person, and he comes to feel that the village isn't giving him what he needs to accomplish his mission, his goal. So he defects, and for most of Naruto, Sasuke is one of the main villains, and I would actually argue he is actually the main antagonist of the whole series. He might not necessarily be the big bad, but emotionally speaking, Sasuke is sort of the main antagonist. And at the end of the series, once Naruto and Sasuke have had their big landscape destroying final fight, Sasuke comes to a senses and he reforms and becomes ninja in good standing once again. Okay. Question number 7. It's a matter of preference. Throughout your reading journey, what one specific book do you enjoy tirelessly having? Wait, okay. Let me. Okay. It's a matter of preference. Throughout your reading journey, what one specific do you enjoy tirelessly having described to you, i.e., hands, food, clothing? Really none. That there isn't one kind of descriptive sort of subject that I'm really super fascinated by. Excuse me. Question number 8. That's a wrap. Name the one book that you feel completes your physical, audible, electronic, or mental library. So I'm going to interpret this question as, what is the one book that you want in your collection right now? Because very often these sort of the books that you're after, like the really big ones, the ones that you really, really want in your collection, well, you will eventually pick them up. And so there will be a new book that will take its place. And right now, I'm not entirely sure what the one book that I'm really after is right now, because I've actually picked up quite a few of them over the past few years. And in fact, this book haul that I will be doing on Friday actually has one of those books that I've been really wanting for. It hasn't been for a very long time, because I first discovered the author late last year, but I really wanted her earlier work. So I picked it up this year, this month, and I don't know if there's really one that's taken its place. That kind of, I need to sort of look around and see what I really want to pick up. So I'm going to have to punt on this one. Question number 9, lend a helping hand. Recommend 3 booktube channels that need a boost in subscriptions, and then go and subscribe to their channel. So I'm going to go ahead and shout out 3 booktubers who I'm already subscribed to, who I would like to see have more subscriptions. So I'm going to use my phone to recall who they are. So I need to go to subscriptions. Okay. So first up is Alex Unabridged. I recently subscribed to him. I really enjoyed the first video of his that I watched. The second one I'll go with is Frank Thornton, who I don't remember if he's been when I exactly subscribed to him, but he definitely could use some more subscribers. And finally, Talia Nerds Out, who is the most recent of the 3 that I've subscribed to, and I really enjoyed what I have seen of her channel so far. And she's got one that's like over an hour that I really want to get to, so hopefully I can do that sometime this week. So those are the 3 that I'll shout out. And the final question is, tag 3 unique and enjoyable booktube personalities to do the tag. So I will tag Steve Donahue. I guess Book Time with Elvis, and Fiber Artsy. I'll tag Fiber Artsy too. So yeah. So that was the curiously curated book tag. If you'd like to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. And I will